Hello, Jamaica. May is Child Month, and we are celebrating all month long under the theme Listen Up, Children's Voices Matter. And we want you to journey with us as we hear from our children what makes them feel safe versus what makes them feel unsafe. So, join us for the journey.
My name is Atara.
My name is Azari.
Hi, I'm Markadine.
My name is Gabriel.
My name is Khadija.
I feel safe with Daddy.
Well, being with my family because they care for me, they provide for me, and they love me.
Okay, so I feel safe with my mom and my teacher. With my mom, she helps me to choose the right path to go, and I just love her for that.
I feel safe when I'm spending quality time with my family and when I'm having fun with my closest friends.
When I'm at home or playing netball and dancing.
Feel unsafe where I hear loud noises.
Well, I would say being without my family because somebody can kidnap you or harm you.
So I feel unsafe online because of the scammers that are out there, because they can get your personal information, and with that, it's just dangerous.
And what makes me feel unsafe is when I'm in a hostile environment, especially when there's a lot of conflict and arguing, and also when I'm in an unfamiliar environment where I don't know the people there or I don't know my way around the area.
I feel very unsafe when strangers stop me and ask me, "Hi, what's your name? How old are you? Which school are you going?" It makes me feel very uncomfortable.
You've heard it here, so listen up. Children's voices matter.
Child Month, and as we celebrate our children, the theme is Listen Up, Children's Voices Matter. The Ministry of Education and Youth has provided various platforms for our children to express themselves. This time, we're focusing on our children with special needs. We want to hear their voices, speak out, their views on the issues that affect them, their hopes and their dreams, as we so often overlook them. So, listen up. Their voices matter too. And today it's about a special conversation with our special guest here and all our children. Clap yourselves, man. Clap yourselves. Let them hear you. Let them hear you. And of course, we have all special needs represented here. And we have also our interpreter. She's representing the community of the deaf children here. But you want to introduce yourselves? Who is that over there? Shaquille Taylor? I can't hear. Go ahead. And?
Michaela. And that's my sign name, Michaela.
Right.
Aiden.
Hi, Aiden. Gabrielle. And who is this over here? Janelle Palmer. And I think now we are going to start our conversation. Children, do you sometimes feel left out? You do? I wonder why. Tell me, Shaquille. But that's why people shouldn't leave you out, because you are special. You don't get to do the things you want to do based on the fact that you have a disability. And how does that make you feel? Down. How do you want to be included? Treating you the same way. All right, take the mic. All right, say that again. By treating you?
The same way you would have treated a regular student.
All right. All right. Let's hear from... And you take the mic. Hi, Nicola.
Hi.
How do people treat you?
I'm treated well, but as person with disability, we're often overlooked and pushed aside and just left to just accept anything. But I'm treated fairly.
Okay. But you, for the wider public, you'd want them not to look at you a certain way, right?
It's Auntie Susan.
Exactly. What does the theme mean to you? Listen up. Our voices matter.
To me, the theme means that as children, we have rights, and one of the rights is the right to speak. And as adults, it's their responsibility to listen.
There you go. There you go. And how about Anelia? Same question for you. How do you feel about the theme for today?
I think it's important because, as she said, our voices matter as children. Though we're often overlooked, especially as children with disabilities.
Well, you have a voice right now. What would you like to say?
I'm not sure at the moment.
You think about it and we get back to you. And here we are. All right, the question is for you. What do you think about the theme for today?
Means that children should be allowed to say whatever they want to say, and parents should focus on their children more and not just their personal business and business that they have to do.
Is that so? So that's what's been happening? Parents need to focus more on you. You feel a little bit neglected, right?
Yes.
Oh, let's talk some more about that. So what do you want them to do for you?
I want my parents to show me the world and teach me about their experiences. I want to be a
Wow.
part of that.
Wow. And have you asked them to do this?
Yes, but because of COVID, they haven't really gotten the opportunity to do what I've asked. So we have to be staying home to be safe.
Well, I'm glad you're on this program because they're now going to have to make a commitment to you to show you the world and take you places because Auntie Susan just put them out there like that. All right?
Yes.
Beautiful. How about our next guest there? Yes, sir. What does the theme mean to you?
Deaf people can participate in anything. We are important. Our language is important. And it's important for people to listen to us and understand our struggles and our problems and know exactly what we're dealing with and what we're talking about.
I think that's very important too. Why do you think that they don't listen to you?
Because our language is different, we sign. Because they can't understand what we're saying. So when we're signing, they're like, yo, talk, but we can't talk. So that's really the difference, the sign language.
Well, I sometimes can get that way too. Help me to understand you. What do you want me to do so I can understand you better?
Sometimes hearing people write back and forth on a notepad. But deaf persons, our language is sign language. We'd prefer you to learn JSL and to be on our level and understand our language.
I appreciate that. So I will try a little bit harder. Hi, young lady. Her mic? Her microphone? Oh, she's deaf as well. Okay, I'm sorry. Yes, young lady, the question is for you too. What does the theme mean for you today?
If we have parents and our children want to communicate with the parents and our parents don't understand what is being said and there's no conversation, our parents, they use their voice and we don't understand, we need our parents to learn sign language so that they'll be able to communicate with us. They can't keep telling us that they don't know or they can't do it. They just need to learn.
Wow, that's very powerful. That's very powerful. I would like to charge the parents to do that as well. And later on, I'm going to ask the Minister of Education if there's anything that they can do to help your parents understand you better. But I applaud you. I applaud you. But everybody here is talking about their parents. We'll soon get to them, you know. You know, Auntie Susan knows what to do with the parents, right? And who is here, Janelle? You've been listening, Janelle. What are you thinking about?
Hi, Auntie Susan.
Hi.
The Child's Month theme, Listen Up, Children's Voices Matter, mean to me that children should not only be seen, but their voices should be heard, especially children with disabilities. We are human beings and we have a right to speak. Therefore, we have likes and dislikes.
Thank you so much for that. Who are some of the other persons that need to listen to you more, though, Janelle?
Some of the other persons that need to listen to children more are their family members, teachers, guidance counselors, and civil servants.
And for you, what would you like to talk about more?
I would like to talk about children going missing, the do's and don'ts of social media, and family bond.
Wow, those are some real good topics. So let's talk about that. You want to take that, Shaquille? Children going missing? That's a very powerful issue. Just wait on the mic. Yeah, she talks about children going missing. Is that a topic that affects you as well?
Yes, miss, a big topic. It's very bad that the older men are kidnapping small children. That's just wrong.
Yeah.
And that's disgusting that they would do something like that.
So when you hear the reports on the radio, I mean, you feel like you want to do something about
yes,
this?
Miss,
What do you want to do about this?
I want to put out a search party just for her or do something big to find her and catch the guy that take her from her parents. Miss.
Or him.
Or him.
Yeah, because boys get kidnapped as well. I think there is a 2-year-old that's gone missing that we don't know where he is.
And the weirdest thing, they said that someone saw him on the street standing here by himself and nobody did anything. So that's a next thing we need to deal with as well. You see a 1-year-old or 2-year-old standing there on the street by himself.
Right.
Why didn't you go and attend to him?
Yes.
you stood there doing nothing.
Yeah.
That's just,
So you want adults to pay more attention when they
Yes.
see children, especially if they're
On their
unaccompanied
own.
by an
Yes.
adult. What are some of the issues that affect you?
the rapes
Wow. Wow. Wow.
and the children that can't talk about it because they are afraid
Yes.
of what the person is going to do to them or their families.
Yes. So what would you like persons to do about that? How can we protect our children more?
By Can you come back to me, miss? I have to think about it.
You're thinking about
Yes.
it. All right. How about you, young lady? You have to give it to her, I think. She can't. Hand it to her. Right. What issues affect you?
Some issues that affect me are like domestic violence, so children living around parents that are abusive, and eventually if you're living in an abusive home, you're going to you're going to grow up to be someone that is abusive as well. That can has a lot of negative impact on the society.
What do you think can be done about that, though?
I think what can be done about that is encourage children more to speak out on things affecting them, and also assist the parents with counseling to prevent them from doing it.
That's a very good answer. This is a very good answer. How about you, Amelia?
Well, I think a problem in the country that affects me is like just the amount of gang and gun violence. Like you see it on the news and you just feel scared, like someone else is dead, someone else got hurt, and you're just wondering who's next and if it's you.
Oh.
So you kind of feel unsafe in that regard.
So what kind of society do you want to live in?
I think in a society when you can just walk on the streets without feeling unsafe or anxious, where you can go to bed and not worry if your doors or grills locked, and if your windows closed, and if it's not.
What else would make you anxious now?
Well, you mean as it regards to problems or?
Yeah, issues.
Okay. Just child abuse in general.
Just?
Child abuse in general.
Wow. Wow. All right. Let's go to... Same question for you. What issues affect you?
Abuse. Seeing people being abused. Maybe our parents can't control their emotions, so that leads to abuse. Sometimes parents are having a lot of worries and problems, and children don't know.
Wow.
And children. That's it. Sorry.
Wow. Wow. So, what would be your advice to a parent who is doing that to a child, especially a child with special needs?
CODAs, so that's children of deaf adults. Maybe they could deal with their deaf adults, their deaf parents, in terms of educating them, and also maybe the parents, having a conversation with the parents, seeing how best they can deal with their emotions and how best to deal with the situation.
Wow. So, general, they just need to get help, right?
Correct. Yes.
Yes, young man, you've been listening intensely. What do you think about all of this?
Jamaica needs to focus more on children. We have people troubling children, and people know about it, and they see and they keep quiet. What they need to do is speak up and talk up. And if there's something happening, maybe there can be a way where they can get help and prevent that situation from happening.
Okay. Would you talk up if you see something happening?
Yes, I would definitely talk up. If you see anything happening, we should help. That means you don't have a heart if you don't want to help. So you should help a situation if you see something bad happening.
Okay. All right. Who do we have there?
Sorry about that. Children need their own rooms. That's something that I noticed. There's one bedroom, and you have everybody in one room, and everybody is sleeping in one room when that shouldn't be the case. Sometimes the mother is not there, and the father tends to abuse the daughter, and the daughter then becomes something that nobody expects because, you know, she probably becomes a whore or something to that effect, and she starts to go out searching for money because of the lifestyle that she's experiencing at home. So those are some of the issues that I worry about.
Gabriel, that's some very heavy stuff. I can't even process that right now. But you know anyone who's being affected in this way?
Yes.
What's your advice to that person?
My advice to them is parents just need to ensure that their children have another room. You should not be in the same room with your parents.
So that they can be kept safe. And you mentioned that the mother is gone, so the other parent needs to pay more attention, right?
Yes.
Wow. Wow. All right, Janelle. Do you have brothers and sisters, Janelle?
Yes, Auntie Susan, I do have brothers and sisters.
And do they have special needs like you?
No, Auntie Susan.
Do you think they're treated differently?
No, Auntie Susan.
They're not? So you are the special one. You are the one they should be jealous of. So tell me about that. What kind of relationship you share with them?
We share a good relationship. I mean, if they're having a conversation, I'm able to give my opinion without they being biased.
Wow, are they
And
old?
they're older than me.
They're older than you. Okay, so you're the baby. So mommy and daddy promotes that at home, right?
Well, mommy
Okay.
does.
Right. So what are you able to contribute when they're having a conversation?
I will contribute a lot of useful information.
Give me one of those conversations that you felt really important because you had a voice.
Well, they were talking about the story last year when the Davy and Brian, the Davy and Brian story, when he took
Yes.
the 9-year-old
Uh-huh.
and the 13-year-old, and I was saying that people should not be so cruel because especially the 9-year-old, she was just on her veranda. She didn't even leave the house, and he just came and took her like that. And it's not like she wanted to come because she was trying to escape, but he took her and went away with her. And I think that can be traumatizing.
Oh, of course. You're taken away. You don't know where you're going. You're with a total stranger. How would you feel in a situation like that? What do you think you'd be able to do?
I would definitely try to find a way to escape.
Okay, then. Thank you very much. Do we have another video? Would like to go to the video now? Everybody's been great so far. Round of applause for everybody. Fantastic, fantastic conversation.
My name is Atara. I feel safe with Daddy. Feel unsafe where I hear loud noises.
Very special guests, and we're talking about their voices and how much it matters. So we're back around to Shaquille. Shaquille, you have siblings? We'd like to know how you're treated at home. He's right here. What's that like? What's the family situation like when it comes to you?
It's fun, miss. I'm not treated differently from the other siblings, and we have fun and enjoy ourselves. And this is that.
So are you able to teach them anything? Are they older than you or younger?
Some of them are older, some are younger, and yes, I have teaching them something.
Okay.
Some things.
Okay. How about teaching them how to respond to persons with special needs? What are some of the things you tell them?
To treat them differently. Treat them as how you would have treated yourself.
Mm-hmm. You heard your peers here talk about, especially deaf or blind, about being patient and learning their own language. Have you tried to do any of that? Have you been relating to persons?
I've tried to learn the sign language one of the times. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. And I want to learn to read Braille. I think that would have been fun, to learn to read with your hands instead of your eyes.
All right. And how do you think persons who think they're so like normal should try to relate to persons with special needs? What more do you want them to do?
I would to not see us different, miss. Don't see us as disabled who can't do the things that you can do. Don't treat us like we're nothing. Treat us like we are your brothers and sisters.
Mm.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. It's very powerful. Try and hand her the mic again. Do you have siblings, Emilio? Do you have siblings?
Yes, I do have siblings, Auntie Susan.
Older or younger?
Both older and younger.
And how do they treat you?
I would say they treat me very good. They don't discriminate against me. And yeah.
What are you able to teach them about your disability?
They're always be fascinated about the Braille, writing and reading it. So I often teach them how to write it and also read it.
Okay. And you don't tease them that, okay, so you're so special that you can do something that they can't, right?
No.
But any other thing you're able to teach them? Any values, you know?
I often tell them that not because you have a disability mean that something is wrong with you. They should always try and help persons with disability because you could have been in that same position.
Fantastic, fantastic. And how about your parents? What do they have to say about that?
My parents, they are okay with it.
All right, thank you so much. What about your family? How do they treat you?
They treat me well. They seem to understand like my mannerisms, why I do some things, like when I'm panicked or extremely excited. And like they never stop me from stimming or anything like that, unless it's actually somewhere where it can hurt me or somewhere else.
So would you say that they have gone all out to find out about your special need and has done everything they can to help you with that?
Yes, miss.
Yeah? Give me one example of that.
Like, I like to research a lot about autism, so they will, and I do something where I call info dump, where I will just relay all sorts of information to them, and they will listen.
Fantastic.
And if they're in a position where they can't, they'll just respectfully turn me down.
What are you able to teach them about you?
Well, like why I do some of the things I do. Like, when I'm happy, I usually jump a lot.
Okay. So do they jump with you and they're happy with you?
No, they just let me do it.
Okay, then. All right, thank you so much. Hi again. You have brothers and sisters?
I have one brother.
Older?
Brother.
Older?
No, I'm older than he is, but we don't have a close relationship.
Oh.
Not close to my brother. Sometimes we're in separate places, and sometimes we're together. My brother is not interested in sign language. He's not interested in really communicating with me. That's just the reality.
Wow. Wow. How do you feel about that?
Annoyed. I feel annoyed about that.
Okay. Because you really wish you had somebody else to talk to in the home, right?
Yeah, I really wish that he would communicate with me.
So you stick to your friends? What do you do?
Friends. So only friends really sign. Yeah.
You have great friends. Others don't know what they're missing, right?
Right. I have brothers and sisters. I have siblings. Our home is okay. We socialize. It's perfect for me, and we communicate.
So they are able to sign?
My brother can sign because he's older, but my sister she's young. They sign and talk. They interchange them, so he signs and he talks. But my little sister, she's too young to sign.
So you can read lips?
Yes.
Okay. So that's a good skill to have as well.
Yes.
But you still want us to sign?
Yes, I prefer that, definitely.
Maybe because I speak, I don't understand what the signing. I noticed that she signs really fast. Is it the same as if someone who speaks fast or moderately, or is it the same for you?
Yes, it's the same.
Okay.
It's the same.
Okay, fantastic. After this, I really have to learn more about this. We're back to you. So you have brothers and sisters too?
Yes.
Yeah, Gabby, how do they treat you?
My sister can sign a little bit. She says she understands. My brother, he doesn't understand much signing. He only knows little things like going to the shop or signs like money. But my sister can have deeper conversations like, are you hungry? Are you okay? And I can respond and say yes or no. So my brother and my sister, they know the signs, yes and no. Some simple signs, not too much in detail, but they can communicate basic stuff with me.
Name one thing in Jamaica that you would like to see change for the better. That would help to make children's situations better.
People Sorry. I want both the disabled and able-bodied, everybody to be on the same level. There is no disparity, no difference. We want equality, basically.
Thank you.
For example, in the hearing school, they teach French, Spanish, and other languages for hearing people to communicate with hearing people. Why not teach sign language so that they can communicate with deaf people?
That's a question for the Minister of Education, yes.
Well, in some schools, they actually have, like in mine, there's actually a sign language club.
Oh, sign language club? Okay.
Where they actually like teach them how to sign.
Extracurricular
and
activities?
Actually try and educate them about the deaf community.
Yeah.
And even before COVID, they did field trips. So I think it can get better.
Mm-hmm. Okay, great. Hand the mic. What do you think we can change to make children's lives in Jamaica better?
I think what we can change to make the children's lives in Jamaica better is by offering more extracurriculum activities to give them less time to become involved in illegal activities.
All right, and for you, Shaquille?
For me, Auntie Susan, it would be the kidnapping. The kidnapping, and I agree with all of them. With the extracurriculum activities.
Yes.
With the Spanish and the Braille, I would have loved that, miss.
You want Spanish and Braille?
Braille and the sign language for the
and sign language.
and
okay.
the extracurricular activities. With.
Okay.
I think that would have been fun for us to see a hearing child speaking the sign language.
Yes.
That would be fun, miss. For me, that would be fun, miss.
So it should be an additional language.
Yes, miss. Yes, miss.
All right, thank you so very much. We're going to throw to another video. We'll be right back.
My name is Azari. Well, being with my family, because they care for me, they provide for me, and they love me. Well, I would say being without my family, because somebody can kidnap you or harm you.
Hi, I'm Markadine. Okay, so I feel safe with my mom and my teacher. With my mom, she helps me to choose the right path to go, and I just love her for that. So I feel unsafe online because of the scammers that are out there, because they can get your personal information, and with that, it's just dangerous.
Education unit.
And? Now you have been listening to this conversation. Some heavy top boy, these children always put us on. Just put us right out there like that, as if we're not doing that good of a job, right? But you heard a lot about parenting issues. You heard about persons not understanding them. You heard about crime. They are so concerned about crime. How do you respond to what they're saying?
Well, the truth is, we know that they know a lot. We know because in interacting with them in the schools, we know. And so we have agencies like the Parent Support Commission that they're really involved in helping the parents to address some of the matters as it relates to like our deaf population. So we have the Jamaica Association for the Deaf integrally involved with the schools in setting up sign language courses, because it's important that the parents know how to communicate with the children. Our guidance counselors, so we really meet with all our stakeholders in helping them to address some of the concerns. Parents Month is really a big time for us too. We meet with the different groups and we help them to understand some of the things that they can do to better meet the needs of the students and help them with their concerns.
And they talked about persons not understanding them. This is the biggest thing that they have, not even in their own home sometimes.
Right. It's a big thing, and we're trying to really promote inclusion in Jamaica. So our education system is really putting things in place to promote inclusion, because many of the students share that they feel different, they feel left out. And so we're trying to help the society to understand. We're trying to help, people to understand that they're normal children.
Yes.
They have a disability, but they have abilities.
Exactly.
So include them in all the things extracurricular parents take them out. They're to be seen in the supermarkets. They're to go to the movies. They're just to be seen. So that I think it's fair sometimes. We don't know, so we're afraid. But if our children are exposed and they're brought out and, the society sees that, hey, they have abilities, they can do, they are successful, then they will be less resistant and embrace them more.
And I include myself, we'll be able to accept them more,
Yes.
learn more
Yes.
about them.
Yes.
Do you share the same sentiments?
Yes, I do. I'm happy for this occasion because it has really opened our eyes. Sometimes we really overlook our children with special needs. And I believe that giving more platforms for them to express themselves and for the public to become more aware of the needs that they have, of their challenges, of just how they want to be treated is something that we will have to create provisions for.
If we all had blindfolds on, I wouldn't know the difference in the children. So why, when we can see them, is when we have a problem with them?
I believe just education, just teaching our public or adults, other children, just exposing them and letting them become more familiar and aware of our children with special needs, the situations that they deal with, their thoughts. As you said, if we were all blindfolded, we would never know. And so if there is more exposure for them, more platforms for them to articulate themselves, then I believe we will become more accepting as a country.
Gabby talked about living situations, something I've been very concerned about, but COVID has highlighted how much of desperation, of a desperate need we have to address that situation. She described that all the family are in one room, mommy gone, and all of that. It's echoed throughout the panel. Please expound.
There are situations that social services will have to deal with, and just having the spaces even in the schools where these can be articulated and having the channels of communication clear so that persons can know that where there's a problem, this is who you speak to. They're connected maybe to Ministry of Labor and Social Securities. Just having the channels clear so that it can be communicated where help is needed.
Of course, you also have the channels, the different agencies that deal with children's issues. So, of course, we want not to leave here without telling them where they can get help if they're affected in any way. So what are the different agencies?
Well, there's a Child Protection and Family Services Agency, and as I listen to them, that it really is set up to care and protect children. If you are in need, there is a 211 helpline that has been established that is operating, and it operates 24/7, where you can call and report. Now, the question comes to mind, if you can't speak, we will have to look back at that now when we go back to the ministry, have some further discussion as to how our children who really cannot speak can reach out, because the helpline has been established. And so I'm really happy for this forum. Really, really happy, because we have to go back to the drawing board and think again how we can. But that is operating, and even if you cannot speak, but you can have someone to call for you. It's very easy to remember. We were certain of that 211 call for help, and they will follow up on the call. They will channel to the right persons who can provide the assistance.
All right. Any final words from you? We're celebrating
Child's Month, yes, and this is a part of our public education drive, because we believe, as Mrs. Blair said, it's so important for the public to understand that our children with disabilities are children first. They need the same things that our regular children need. They need love. They need to be accepted. They need to be heard and to be cared for. So once we have that at the forefront, we'll know we treat them the same way. All right? So just getting the word out there, you know, just embrace them with their differences, because their differences will teach us so much. You know, they can teach us just by their unique gifts and talents. It teaches us so much and help us just to embrace them and to accept them as they are.
And from you, it's one Jamaica. We all have the same issues. What's the word you want to leave with everybody out there?
I want you to know that you're not alone in how you feel and in the challenges that face, some of the challenges that face you. There are issues of safety. It applies to you. It applies to other children your age. And really, we're here to help. We're here to listen. And we're really doing it this month, and we want to take it onward to listen up and to provide solutions for the issues that are raised.
Thank you so very much. And it's bye-bye for now. From the Ministry of Education and Youth, Our Voices Matter Too, a conversation with children with special needs.
My name is Atara. I feel safe with Daddy. Feel unsafe where I hear no noises.
My name is Azari. Well, being with my family, because they care for me, they provide for me, and they love me. Well, I would say being without my family, because somebody can kidnap you or harm you.
Hi, I'm Markadine. Okay, so I feel safe with my mom and my teacher. With my mom, she helps me to choose the right path to go, and I just love her for that. So I feel unsafe online because of the scammers that are out there, because they can get your personal information, and with that, it's just dangerous.